Hello everyone, this is Rex Red. We have a little bit of music to start this tutorial off today. Briefly, we play a little bit of music to get in the mood for learning. That's what we're going to do today, is learn. Okay, now the landscape of exporting Daz scenes into, say, Unreal. And why would you bring them into Unreal anyway? Okay, well, Unreal actually has a really fantastic rendering engine. Okay, and along the way, if you export your excuse me, I personally have worried about exporting to Unreal because I think of Unreal as being a game engine and reduced quality in my renders. Well, we're going to address that today. We're going to address how to get your 4K characters into Unreal. Now, my process, I'm still perfecting it, so it's not perfect. And I say that because clothing and hair, I still have a little bit of an issue, especially with hair. Okay, so, but when it comes to bringing the scenes in, okay, I think I've got a plan mapped out. And it's like, because, you know, of course, you have your Daz to Unreal, in Daz to Unreal plugin for Daz Studio. And then you have just exporting as FBX files. And then you have also your Diffeomorphic, and which allows you to export scenes into Daz through Blender. And what you do is you bring the scene into Blender, and then you export it as an FBX. And then you bring it into Unreal. Well, there's problems with that plan. So what I'm going to do is show you how I have learned just recently how to do this in a way which preserves the quality of your scenes and allows you to go in and fix things that don't. Because, like, if you export something as an FBX and bring it right into Unreal, sometimes things get welded together and they end up as one big chunk, and then you can't really get in and edit them. So you have to be able to bring them into Unreal so that the parameters remain. Once they become an FBX, that you can get in and still edit things that don't work, that don't go right, they don't bring your normal maps, certain things like that. You have to fix. Or else your textures aren't going to look realistic in Unreal, and then you're not going to be able to make use of that Unreal rendering engine that allows you to export in EXR format, I believe it is. So, yeah, which is like 16-bit images, and you can't do that in Daz. You can't export in. So that's the thing, is that when you make your first EXR render, your eyes just go, oh my God, this is what my renders are supposed to look like. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to analyze some of these environments, okay? And we're going to find one to bring into Daz. This is the jacuzzi room, okay? Now, let's do something difficult. Excuse me, I just drank a lot of water. Okay, so we go now into iRay. And let's see what this looks like. Now we have a very wide camera. We're actually going through one of their cameras, I guess. And it's a very wide camera. It's showing, if I zoom in even the slightest amount. Oh, I guess I'm going the wrong way. I think I would like to get down maybe to poolside a little more, but okay. So what we have here is we have to examine. Let's first get rid of the cameras. We have cameras in these other programs, okay? Okay, and what those cameras are trying to do is say, oh, actually we've crammed you into this little teeny room and you have to have a very wide, this room is extremely tiny. So you do have to have a camera in order to even view the whole jacuzzi, I think. So let's go back in here, and we're going to try to get down here a little bit. See, this is a nice little area. All right, so I'm thinking, okay, this is a very simple scene. What's nice is we can put a sky in here. And now what you do in a scene like this is you open the scene up and you look and see what's in the scene, okay? And right now what we're seeing here is wall lights, and these wall doors. See, we don't need these nested. All they are, I believe, is all these are. So if I take this out and unparent that, unparent the wall lights, and unparent the wall mirror. I do this kind of out of habit. And okay, we've got wall. Okay, now wall. I guess these are things also. So we have 4 walls. We have 2 chairs. We have wall lights and wall mirrors. And they were, okay, so we're going to put them in so they're all kind of simple. Now the thing is I could export this. Now the water is going to be a problem, but I think we're gonna try to do something that's difficult. The glass here is going to be a problem. Okay, they're not going to export through FBX the right way. Okay, the metal here might be a little bit odd. Okay, we may not get. And you see, the thing is that this wall here will be perfect, because the wall is an image. It's an image-based texture. So if we select this wall and we go into surfaces, you'll see, if I break this down, we go into the wall itself, and you see this base color? That's it's an image-based base color. And then what's nice is it has a normal map, which means that it's not just an image, but it's actually an image with 3D bumps on it, okay? And so it only has one image associated with it. Then it's got some kind of glossy color that's allowing it to. So, all right, so, but everything else in this scene, it seems, now the chair, let's go to this chair legs. You see the chair legs are made of metal. There actually is a base color to the chair cushion, and there is also a bump map for the cushion. So there are very few images, so most of this is going to be just kind of colors with effects put on them, like metallic effects and transparency effects and things like that. Then we have some lights here, and whether if we can get these lights to actually work, wall lights, is going to be another whole thing. And they are, so what kind of light? It's an emissive light. So, okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of do something odd, because you're thinking, okay, well, you're going to bring this into Blender, and then you're going to bring it from Blender into maybe Unreal. No, we're going to do it a different way here today. So what we're going to do is go out of Iray, smooth shaded. We're going to delete our environment and our tone mapper. And we're going to go here to File, Export. And what is this called? This is called Sci-Fi Waiting Room, I guess. Sci-Fi Waiting Room. It looks more like a jacuzzi room. Something's not right about that. Okay, so we're going to save that into my FBX folder. And we're not going to go with selected only. Now this collapse, none of this really matters the way that I'm going to do it, whether if you collapse the UVs or any of that stuff, because we're going to go in and mess with the UVs anyway. Include subdivision data. You might want to do that just in case. Include face groups, poly sets. We'll do those also just in case. Merge. Allow degraded skinning. I'm not sure what any of this stuff really does, but we're just going to select it and click OK. OK. It only takes a moment. And then what we're going to do is open up Character Creator. Okay, what's nice about Character Creator is it allows you to edit these textures after you have re-unpacked it from the FBX file, and it's not all frozen together into one cube of stuff. Okay, it offers you the option and says, would you like to keep these meshes? You've given me something with a bunch of different meshes in it. Would you like me to keep them as separate meshes? And that's what's important. Okay, so we're going to go File, Import. And this is the Sci-Fi Waiting Room. Okay, Sci-Fi Waiting Room. And we're going to call this a prop because there's no character in it. Now it says, this is important, okay? It says object contains 11 meshes. Would you like to break up the meshes into subprops? And that's what's important, because you don't want it all just thrown together into one chunk. And so you say yes. That makes it very easy then to go in and deal with this. Okay, so, and what's nice about this is this is the last time you're going to have to save this as an FBX. Now, if you bring it into Blender, you're going to either have to go through Diffeomorphic and then go into Blender, and you're going to have to figure out Blender is kind of complicated. Sometimes it likes to save things as a big chunk, and then you end up with it in Unreal, and there's like hardly anything you can do with it. But there are ways to break it up. It's just more complicated. All I had to do was bring this in here and say into Character Creator. Now, Character Creator crashed. It's okay. It just does that every once in a while. Actually does it a lot. And it usually does it because it's trying to figure stuff out, and it just doesn't do it well. And the next time you do it, it works. So there might be something that I set in the FBX file that really kind of screwed it up. So just cancel. Don't load any unsaved stuff. It's also, it might be the way the last state that I used it in, as that it could, because I was using it pretty heavy duty. So sci-fi waiting room, we're going to do this again. Prop, watch this time. Would you like to break up the meshes? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. As soon as we get into here, okay. Now I've done something wrong with this thing here. So what I need to do is re-export it and change some of my. This doesn't happen often, but it can. Sci-fi waiting room. Yes. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to just leave the embed textures on. We're going to do this, include sub-D data. We'll take that off. I can add sub-D in Blender. Okay. Not Blender. Okay. We're just going to turn these off. And include rotation locks. And we don't need a figure. Okay, these are all props. Okay, so we're going to turn most of collect textures. We're just going to leave these two on. Simple stuff. Okay, that's done. Now we go try this again. See if we can do this. Now sometimes sometimes what I do is I'll take the walls and the windows and all that, and I'll try to use that to bring that into through Blender. Okay, but all the props and everything, just to take an entire scene and just bring it all in is you're going to have things crash left and right. Import. Okay, sci-fi waiting room. Let's see if it'll do it this time. Sci. Now it's gone. There it is. Okay, it just disappeared on me. Come on. All right, it doesn't like something in this scene. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the things out. And if we need them, we'll import them separately. So we're going to take the chairs out. We just want the walls. Okay. We'll take the lights out. The floor, the ceiling, and the wall mirror. We'll get rid of the mirror and the door. We're going to keep the floor, the walls, the ceiling. Okay, and see if this works. File, export. See, it's difficult doing this, and that's why I'm doing this video. Would you like to replace it? Yes. And okay, follow. Let's do these. Just leave these. Seems to have checked a few more things. All right, so that's done. Let's try this again. And that's the thing, is this is kind of like an all of the above kind of thing. If you really want a scene that's in Daz to get into Unreal Engine, sometimes you have to take part of it in with Blender. Sometimes you have to take some of it in with Character Creator. The best way to do it is to bring it into Character Creator. It's through Character Creator is the best way to bring your scene in. Import. This is going to work. Sci-fi waiting room. Prop. Don't you dare close on me. There it is. No. Okay. What is this? What's doing this? Okay. The floor. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to try to bring this in through. This kind of defeats the purpose of what I wanted to do. But if it works then, okay? Now you see, this is not what I want to do because the maps that go with this, okay, so what I'm going to try to do is take these, echo stop, I'm going to take these out of, unparent these, take them out of this upper thing here. And what the floor, what we'll do, let's take a look at these things here and see what's this up here, the ceiling. All right, the ceiling looks like it has a light built into it. Okay, so we're gonna just take the floor and the walls, okay, and we're gonna delete the ceiling. We'll make our own ceiling. Let's try this. File, export. Now, if we find out what the culprit is, and it's okay, a lot of times it is lights. Now, I think I told, okay, I don't know what I just tried to save that over. Okay, sci-fi waiting room. Okay, and would you like to replace it? Yes. Now you see this include lights. We'll throw that in. Okay, that might have been the problem because there were lights in there, and it might have kind of screwed up a. Degrade skinning. Include face groups. Okay, and then it's rechecked all these. Let's do that. Okay. I'm going to stick to this thing because if you can get, it doesn't matter if you can't get the whole scene into, you know, that's probably not going to happen with Blender. It's not going to happen even with Blender. All of a sudden you'll get your scene and there's a whole bunch of stuff missing. You're not going to be, very rarely, to update the project. Cancel that. You're probably not going to be able to get a whole scene to export in. It's just not going to happen, all right? So you're only going to be able to get a part of it in, and then you bring in the other parts piece by piece. Okay, so where is this? Okay, okay, sci-fi would be in the sci-fi waiting room. Props. Come on. Wow. All right. This is kind of messed up. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to bring this sci-fi waiting room into Blender. Delete this. Okay, delete this whole thing. And then we're going to export it from Blender as an FBX and then bring it into, okay, so we're going to get rid of these cameras. Okay, we're going to get rid of the tone mapper and this. Okay, we're just going to leave it like this for now, okay? And then we're going to go here to select that. We're going to go File, Export. Okay, we're going to save this as File, Save As, Scene, Blender Projects. Okay, Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi Waiting Room. Okay, we're going to save that like that. And then we're going to go into here and save our, we're going to do this with Diffeomorphic. So we're going to save this also, this little file that we have to save. Okay, it was saved. Now we're going to open Blender. Delete. See, this many there you have to use every way possible. Some things you're going to use Blender only part of the way. Some things you're going to take them from Blender and put them right into something. It all depends on how temperamental the meshes are, and some meshes are done incorrectly, and bringing it into Blender may fix those meshes. So let's see now. We're going here to the Daz importer. Import Daz. Okay. Now this would be the Daz Studio renders. This has got a lot of files in this. Okay. And Blender projects. Okay, and in here, it's going to be Sci-Fi Waiting Room. Import. Like, boom, instantly, okay? So it's just saying, yeah, okay, now look, it says, light settings are insufficient to render this scene correctly. So there was something real, the settings were incorrect. To minimal requirements for the scene. EV settings have been updated. Render settings have been updated. See Diffeomorphic. Okay, so what we're going to do is select this scene. Select everything in it, like this. And then we're going to go and File, Export as an FBX. And we will do this to the desktop. To my FBX folder, and we're going to put this, we'll put it right over top of that Sci-Fi Waiting Room. Why not? Here. Okay, there it is. And then we're going to go here to look at these. Okay, batch. Batch mode. Each master non-data block ones, each scene as a file, including the content from children collections. Including master non-data block ones. You see, that's what I mean. That render export is more complicated than Daz. Okay, so this is each scene as a file. See, I don't want that. Each collection data block ones as a file. See, I think we're going to go with of the active scene as a file, including content from children. Collection. Each collection data block ones as a file. All right, so this doesn't make any sense to me, but we're going to have to guess one, so we'll try this active scene, okay? Batch mode, we could just turn that off and see what happens. Limit to selected objects, visible objects. Active collection. Okay, I don't have an active collection. Scene selected objects. Okay. All right, we're going to export. Now we're going to try this with the Blender FBX. So, you know, Daz FBX, it doesn't always export properly. And so the only way to get something out of Daz is to bring it into Blender and then go through the rigmarole of trying to get it into an FBX file. And the thing is yeah, I could load this right into Unreal as an FBX. You don't want to do that. We're going to show you why. Okay, so we're going to go now and import this sci-fi waiting room prop. Yes, see, we couldn't even get this. See, now that, see what I'm saying? And so I got everything in. Okay, now the question is now, and it brought it right into my scene. Now my water is obviously not water. My my glass here is obviously not glass. The question is this one big chunk? No, you see, we have different things. You see, and that's what we want. We want to be able to select different things. So if we go with the floor here, we select the floor, we go to modify, and we go to our texture thing. Now we have a base color bumps, okay, which now, okay, if you look up in here, see, this is the tub ring. See, everything is broken apart. So I think leaving it as none, so it doesn't try to put everything into a collection, is the way to go. Okay, I think that's what we did. We just left it with none. And now everything is separate. So you can come in, because like I said, this is the last time that you're going to have to export this as an FBX. Once you get it into Character Creator, it just bounces over from Character Creator into iClone, and then bounces right over from iClone into it like has their own exporter built right in. So, and all you have to do is just basically push a button and say send it over. So what you then have to do is then get to this point here where you have to go and scrutinize each texture. Now, everything seems kind of okay, but the water right now is, and where's the water? Jacuzzi tub. So let's go down here and see what happens when we turn on this translucency. Now, you can't put on reflection and refraction every time. Okay, first thing you do once you get it to come in is you save the project. And we're going to call this sci-fi waiting room, is it? So we don't have to re-import it again. All right, so we have the water selected, I believe. Now, if I turn on refraction, you're going to see this change. It takes a moment. If we have the water actually selected. Okay, now we have to go to opacity. Now, you see that didn't change, which tells me I may not have the water selected. So we're going to turn that off again. Find out which one is the water. That's, okay, floor. Oh, water. Okay, well, that makes it easier. Okay, refraction. Okay, so that kind of does that. And opacity. And now the thing is the room is so white that you can't really tell if the water is responding well or not. Okay, so I can't really see through. Okay, these controls are very difficult to get used to. Okay, so I can't really see through it. Alpha threshold. Okay, when we turn the alpha threshold on, see, that doesn't, it's like on or off. So, okay, maybe, okay, well, we're not going to, Okay, so we have to have this on. Diffuse color could be black, maybe. And the specular color. Black is usually your... Now the water is not going to have a base color. So shadow threshold. Okay, oh, refraction. Okay, we don't want self-illumination. All right, we'll bring it to 1. How about we go like 0.5? No, no, 1 is the lowest you can go for opacity. Okay, now the thing is that with these all broken up like this, that means you can also edit them in Unreal Engine. So what we're going to do though is there are a few things. This looks pretty good. It's hard to tell because of the room lighting and all whether if we actually have an opacity. And the same thing goes for this. Now we're going to select this wall and we're going to go to glass and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to at least give it transparency properties so that when it throws it over to Unreal, it'll be transparent, okay? And that's, if we don't do this here, it won't be transparent. And then you have to figure out how to build a transparency kind of from scratch in Unreal. And it's not easy. So this is how you do it here, is you go here and add this refraction. And then you come up here and turn down. Now it looks like we can't see through there. But actually, because there's just a gray wall there anyway. So, but I believe that is transparent. Now we have some problems. Notice, remember we had a really nice pattern on the walls, and now they're not there. So we're going to select this wall. We're going to go, which one is it? Wall. We have to go outside here and stand above the thing here. I think all of these walls are supposed to have this pattern on them. So this is why we leave Daz open, okay? Now we can go into iRay here and Daz just to check things out and see what things are supposed to look like, really actually look like. Okay, so here, now you see the door is kind of gray. Okay, so wall 1 is what? That's the ceiling. Okay, the ceiling has these patterns. The ceiling has a honeycomb pattern. Okay, they all do. Okay, they just have them in a different kind of scaling. So, all right, let's go with the wall though. I'll bet they all have the same image. So what we're going to go to is surface, wall, and we want the wall part. Okay, the wall part, and this is it just says wall panel.png. So we browse, and this is okay. We have the ceiling tile, which is a different one, and then we have wall panel, and then we have wall panel, and we have a ceiling tile, and we have the cushion. So all of these, this is the secret. Because I'm going to show you why it was so important, why I didn't just take that out of Blender. And you say, well, why didn't he just bring it right into Unreal? Okay, because, and I'm going to show you why, okay, is because what I can do now is go here to this. Now we have the wall, one of these walls selected. All the walls are going to need this. We select the actual mesh. Okay, we go to modify and we scroll down here. Click on this and scroll down here, or it's actually up here. Now the base color Blender didn't even give, it gave us the bump, but it didn't give, which is really odd. No, it didn't. It didn't even give us the bump right. So none of these maps are right. It gave us a blue map. And that's actually a normal map because a bump map is gray and normal map is purple. All right, so we have this now ready. So this is how easy this is. So we go back to Daz. We take our wall panel. You drag it, put it over top of this, and drop it right in. See, no copy and paste, no load, no find it on your hard drive, no have to look. And okay, what that just did, now we go and do the same thing with the bump. Back to here, wall panel, okay, over here, and put that on the bump. And it asks you, is it a bump or a normal? Purple is normal, bump is black and white, okay? So now one of these is going to have our texture. I don't know which wall I picked. Okay, but one of these walls, okay, notice that has a texture. Okay, so I don't see the actual, but it may be on the inside. Okay, wall. Okay, all right, I think I picked the door frame, which now we have this beautiful pattern on the door frame. That's okay. We're gonna just copy this now. Copy. And we need this actually on the wall. So we're going to paste it here. There it is. And now we need the bump. We're going to copy this. And we're going to put that on. Well, it is already on the wall. Oh, remember we have the wrong one here. So we're going to go back to door frame. This is the one. We're going to copy that and paste that over the wrong one. Paste. Normal map. Okay, now that just now has a texture, but as you can see, it's too big. So what we're going to do is go down here, change our tiling to like 10 maybe, and the tiling here to 10. Why didn't that work? Okay, I think I'm on the wrong thing again. Wall. That's strange. Wall 4. And it's saying we have this wall selected. Wow, that's weird. The top one has, that one got a texture. Wall 4. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, apply. So that's too much. So let's go to 2 maybe. Let's go to 3 and 3. Now let's go to 5. 5. What is wrong? They're like little teeny. Let's go back to 1. Apply. Now it's not working. It's like I'm on the wrong thing. I've switched to something wrong. Opacity. Maybe the opacity, these other maps. No. Okay, cylindrical, planar. Let's try. Oh, that's what we are. Okay, it's Z. Okay, so align. The alignment. Okay, so we can go now to 4 and 4. Okay, see how that works? And that will work. That works for both our bump and our base map. Okay, so now the door frame, I think the door frame is just a color. Yeah, see, there's no door floor tiles. Okay, we have the floor tiles. Jacuzzi water normal. So, okay, and we have a metal. So all of these have to be done if you want it to look really good. And especially these normal maps, they just make your textures pop. And I'll tell you another thing, that like sometimes your walls, they put the walls, the artist who makes these will put the textures on the walls, and then they'll line up the walls and they'll build the walls after they've put the textures on. So if you don't have these textures on, you'll go to render your room and you've got like little hairline light cracks peeking in through the outside into your, because these textures add a certain level of thickness to the wall. So you have to have them on. And so you have to go in and put these on your textures, okay? So we're going to leave this open. Okay, so we have to do this. It's kind of easy. It's not that hard, because now the door frames, we're going to leave that wall trim. I don't believe there's anything with the wall trim. All we have to do is come in here to our scene, click on each wall. All right. Now, I don't think I even have to click on this wall, go to modify, and then go back to the other wall here. We go to this wall, modify, and go to this wall. And now we can say copy shader. We don't even have to go and drag. Go to wall 2, I think, modify. Yes, wall 2, paste. Did I copy that again? All right, let's try this again. Oh, I might have to actually apply it. Let's see. Wall 1 is the one we did, I think. Yes. Let's copy this. Copy shader parameters. Wall 2. I'm sorry, this is really tedious. No, okay, so we have to go here maybe. Where do we paste this? Paste. Paste. And that put the bump in there too. And did it change no, I think, what did we use? I can't remember what we used here. Scene, wall 1, modify 4. Okay, wall 2, modify. So there's a way to do that, to do that 4. Okay, apply. And let's double check and make sure now. So somewhere here, there's another wall that's done. Oh, I think we have to set that wall 2, modify here. Oh gosh. The bump. Okay, we got to get rid of these maps. I don't think they're doing anything. This is wall, the wall. Okay, so that we did it right there. I think we have to change our thing to Y. So this is going to give us a hard time here. Oh, it's purple. Something's wrong here. Oh, we have our base color posted here. Okay, so we go back to scene. Go to here, modify, copy. I'm going to just do it manually. I know how to do this manually and get it to work right. This copy, okay, pasting the whole thing. Opacity, I'm not sure why that Z. Okay, so we've got something weird here going on. Y4, maybe the X align, apply. Okay, I think that's correct. It's just because there's a light on this side and there's not one there. Okay, so we select this wall, scene wall 4, modify, okay, paste. Paste. There's one. I don't know why it's putting. Okay, then we go here. The bump map is not the right one, so let's see. No, it's not. So we go back to here, to wall 2, modify. No, okay, we're at wall 2, right? Yeah. Copy. Okay, wall 4, modify, paste. If you set, okay, and this is a normal map, okay, and then we're going to go down here, and we're going to change this to 4, and 4, see what happens. Apply. Okay, I think that's this one here. Can't see this at all. Might be this one. Apply. Oh, I've got the darned. Obviously picked the wrong thing. Okay, so we have the frame. Okay, the wall. Okay, so we're going to go here. Right click, copy, wall, paste. Okay, we're going to go here to wall. At least it worked on that. Copy. Normal map. Oh. Undo. Can I undo that? Yes. Copy. Paste. Paste. Normal. Okay, now it should be on there, but we don't have a light here. So we're going to go down here. We're going to get rid of this metallic. We'll just leave those. I'm not sure what they do when they're just plain like that. Okay, let's apply it. Let's go inside. There's a light inside. Okay, so we don't have it right, so we have to switch it to Y. And now that's correct. Well, it looks... That's really strange. Well, because we've changed the okay, this wall here, the outer trim. We're going to take this outer trim here, wall trim here. I'm going to copy this and this like wall frame. Oh, why isn't it letting me paste this in? Okay, copy. Paste. Nope. Okay. So we go to wall frame up here. Wall trim. Okay. All we need is that. Okay, copy this. Okay, so with the wall frame, we delete this, we delete that, we paste this. Normal. Okay, it's not black though because I think we got one here, apply. Oh, there's some color stuff. Okay, and the window glass we already messed with. Okay, so we've got one more wall to do. See, these don't, this looks like, these are like stretched. So I think they're too big. So, and this didn't come out right. Modify. Okay, which wall have I got selected? That one? Okay. Wall 4, modify. Okay, what do we have? 4. and 4 and Y. There we go. Save this. I can easily change this to some kind of metal texture in Unreal. So it's just this window frame. Okay, so that's not going to be a problem now. The thing is this looks a lot better than this. So I've got to take a look at this. Let's see what the tiling is here in we go down here to tiling. Okay, so it's 5. All right, vertical tiling is 5. Let's do that then, see if that works. It probably is the same. So we go to modify, we select the wall, scene, wall 4, modify, okay, 5 and 5. Yeah, see, that looks better. I guess it does, I'm not sure. So it doesn't actually look the same, but it's close enough. Okay, this, all right, we're going to go modify. Okay, wall, let's see, wall 1, is wall 1 done? Okay, we're going to go with 5 on this too. 5, apply. Okay, it does look actually kind of honeycomb now. Now let's see, so we have this one. This is our wall. Oh, I just switched the cushion to, oh my gosh. All right, so, okay, I guess I didn't. All right, so we're going to go back to wall. We'll go to wall 4, and we're going to copy one of these walls. Okay, copy. And we're going to go to scene, and we're going to go to wall 2, I think is the one we haven't done. Modify. Right, wall. No, we got wall 2 done. All right, I guess I deleted the metallic and roughness off of that. All right, scene. All right, so we go back to scene. Okay, wall 3. Let's see if this one's done. Well, okay, this one's not, so we're going to paste that there. And then we go here, back to 2, modify. We copy this bump, copy. Back to 3, modify, make sure we're on our wall. I think, okay, I think we already did 3. All right, let's see if 3 has the 4. Modify. No, it's got 1. So with 5, we go with 5 here and 5 here. Apply. Okay, now this is weird, okay, because was it 2? See now, because I'm seeing this like it's laid across in a weird way. Yeah, see, this one is, all right, so we're going to go back to 2, modify, and let's see what, this is X. What's the Z position look like? Okay, Y position. I've got something wrong. Okay, wrong here. What am I selected on? Wall. Okay, wall 5. Then I must be looking at the wrong wall. Oh, that's wall 5. Okay. All right, so we go here, or the whatever wall I'm selected. Okay, we're going to try this. Okay, this one, let's look at this up close. See, this has the look that I want. They look round. Okay, so when we go Y, okay, that's definitely wrong. Z is so X is the only one that works right for that, and we're at 4 for this one. We go 5 and see what happens. Apply. Well, they got smaller. I like the smaller. Okay, so something's wrong here. The way this is laying. Okay, well that's, let's see. We're going to go back and see what we got selected. Wall. Make sure we have the right thing selected. This is supposed to be 5. Yeah, that's 1. 5 and 5. Apply. Okay, I've got the wrong wall selected. As long as I have the right one, I know what they're supposed to be. Let's zoom out a little bit. Which wall? That is wall 1. Modify. 5. Okay, it's got to be this. Something's wrong. It doesn't allow me to use that. Planar. This one inside, this is okay, this is which wall? Four. Is this 4? Yeah, this is wall 4. Modify. Okay. To the top here first. Okay, we go down here. 5 and 5. Okay, so some of them, they have different orientations. They don't all want to have the same orientation, which, okay, we're going to go Control Shift Save. No, Control Save. All right, and now the top here has a texture on it. That's the roof. Okay, the ceiling. But does it have, okay, modify the ceiling. How many different items are in the ceiling? It doesn't have its base texture. Oh, that's the, okay. So the ceiling has its bumps and its base texture. So that's kind of weird that they both showed up. The bulb light. See, I don't know how to make lights yet, so I'm not going to be able to help you on that yet. So, but we'll work on it to make these into lights. Okay, so we have the floor texture to do and the chairs. So where's the floor? Wall, ceiling. Oh, there's the floor. Floor. Let's take a look. Modify. Okay, we have a floor. That's probably the only thing with a texture. And we go back here. We select the floor. We go to surfaces. And we select the floor part. And this is this tile. Let's go to browse. Okay, we got, this is the floor tile. I think we have the floor tile already there. Yeah, see, well, it's not showing it. So let's drag it over. Floor. That's the base color. Oh, cancel. Am I in the wrong place? No. What's wrong here? Okay, are we in the middle? Okay, let's close this animation stuff down. If I'm in the middle of a play, it won't let me. Okay, there's the floor, and it just put something really weird along the edges. Maybe there's an opacity thing. Okay, we got floor tiles. And we have a normal map for, okay, that's our normal map. Let's get rid of this metallic and roughness and see. Yeah, that kind of fixed something there, but I don't think it fixed it all. That's weird, that little seam there. Let's see if our other one has it. Let's go inside here. No, I don't see it in that seam here. Little idiosyncrasies, okay? So that's what we're dealing with. Little things that are perplexing. So, and now it could be just be the lighting, but I'm thinking that it's not, because it's got the same thing here. Planar. Let's try the box. Spherical. Nope. Cylindrical. No. Planar. Let's try it along. That's weird how that just changed. Now we only have it along one. Oh, and it's changing everything on the floor. Let's see what the tiling is here on the floor. Floor. That's strange, because that's an anomaly of how it's grouped all of those things together. Their tiles have been merged so that each thing doesn't have its separate tiling thing. Okay, so floor. What's the tiles here for the floor? 8. Oh my God. Well, let's see what happens when we do 8 on the floor. It's going to have little teeny tiny squares. 8. Okay, that looks right. Except the water. Okay, the water's got, okay, so we're going to save this. Maybe I didn't notice that there were like little squares in amongst the squares here. No, they're not. There's not little squares amongst the squares. It's just squares, like a normal square floor. Like the kind of tiles you buy at Home Depot. So something's up about this. And if you notice, the water has kind of bigger ripples in it, like than And there are lights in the water, which would be really nice to get them to work. This is going to be my learn how to get lights to work in my Daz stuff. So now this is wrong. Okay, so we're just going to go 1 to 1. And we'll figure this out. So 1 to 1. Metallic. Let's go here. Floor. Floor. Okay, did we use the normal map? Yeah. Yeah, that's the normal map for the floor. For the floor. And that's the only map. And they've like got glossy and stuff like that, but the emission is off. It's only one map. We're going to have to go with what we can do, all right? Now, did I do anything weird with some of these other ones? Let's go to modify again. Scene, floor, modify. Okay, tub ring. Okay, see, none of these have tub. They all have some metal. Okay. Okay, they all have this metallic and roughness thing. Okay, that symmetrical shader. Let's see what happens when we go switch that to symmetrical, apply. No. Now I'm wondering if now it's not coming back. Okay. Flip the normal. Okay, let's go here. Go to Z. Oh, that's weird. When I flip that, this one now it seems to want to go with Z. Okay, so let's try to proceed ahead. Let's keep moving ahead. So we have like the chairs. Chair 1 and 2. Okay, so we're going to go back to here. And we'll select the chair, go to surfaces, chair legs. So the only thing we're going to have to deal with is a cushion, base color, browse. Okay, we got to go. I always do this. I get the chair set up, modify, and I don't get it ready. Cushion. Okay, so we have the base color to drag in. Which is this. Okay, base color and the bump. Normal map. See, that's a different, more normal map. So the cushion, maybe it isn't. I don't know, but one of the cushions is fixed. All right, so we take this and we I think it's this cushion now that's not fixed. I always do that. Okay, now copy this, paste that. Oh, make sure it's the cushion, not the legs. Paste. Then we go back here, copy this, cushion, paste. So I think it got the correct normal map for those, which is kind of strange. All right, so this is it. So we have the entire scene here. Now I don't see a door here. So I may have deleted the door. The door may not have come in. It may have just kicked the door out. The door may have been the problem all along. And the reason why is because sometimes the doors have hinges, so you can open it. They have little morphs and you can open and close. And sometimes it just doesn't like to deal with those. So this is it. We don't get a door. So now what we do is we take what we have, it's been saved, we bring it into we got to open up Unreal and create a new level. So all right, my projects. Now you see, this is why I brought this in here, because to me, dragging and dropping those textures in there rather than having to import each one and file, save as, and then have them come in at a different file, new level, just a basic level. Let's get rid of the ground. Okay, file, save as, and we're going to call this Sci-Fi Waiting Room. Okay, you can't have spaces here. Unreal doesn't like spaces. Ever. Okay, so now what we're going to do is click on this little thing here and create an origin point. This origin point, when you export out of, I mean, this is a vast world. And when you import something in here, you don't want it imported way, way, way in, you know, Timbuktu or some other place. Okay, you want it right here in the center, and that's why you have to install these plugins. Okay, they're not easy to get done. Okay, but once you have them done, then you just keep using the same levels, creating new levels and levels and levels, and oh my gosh. So levels within levels within levels. So I kind of wish it wasn't like that, but that's the way it is. Don't import. Was open when the editor was last closed. Would you like to reopen it? No. Okay, so we have an origin point. So when we send it out of iClone, it's going to come right into the center of this world. That's where that's going to appear. So we're going to go back now to Character Creator. We're going to select this sci-fi living room. All we got to do is select the top thing here. And this is how easy it is to send to, well, let's open up iClone. You just click one little button and boom, it's in iClone. And then you click a couple of buttons and boom, it's in and it goes in fairly much like this look. It's going to look probably exactly the same but better, because Unreal has a better rendering engine than iClone, a better rendering engine than Daz. It's just better. And now, it doesn't mean that there aren't parts of, like, the Daz rendering engine is certainly a little easier to use, in my opinion. You just kind of click a button and it's done. So, but you do have to kind of set up your render, and you have to learn. It takes a long time to learn how to render in Daz, but it's even so, it's not. So there are some aspects of the Daz render, but when it comes to the way it looks, as long as you get most of your maps, as a few of the important maps over here, you're going to get a really good look. Okay, what am I doing here? This is iClone 8. Okay, so we can close this down. So all we want to do is just send it right over. So we're going to take and select now this. We have the waiting room. We can do this a couple of ways, but I'm going to go export to iClone, send to iClone. And look how quickly this shows up. Now it's already here in iClone. Okay. So, I mean, you could do some, and it looks exactly the same. Nothing different about it at all. I think I got the textures right. These don't look as elongated as the others, but it's okay. Now we're going to go select this. Now we're going to go to our Unreal Live link. We're going to turn off character, turn off the camera. We don't want to export anything except this prop. And we're going to oh, that's the link. We don't want the link. We just want the export for the transfer. Okay, okay, that's done. Transfer file. And it just does it. You don't have to save anything to your hard drive. You don't see. So once you get it into Character Creator, you have a program that's friendly to fixing the problems, and a lot more friendly than Blender. Okay, and it's just because Blender is so cryptic, and the way I just like clicked on the wall and picked the particular part of the wall I wanted to work with, and I was able to just drag and drop those textures right in. It's kind of like a program rather than some really cryptic, like you have to learn how to code or work with nodes in order to change the textures. It's just so much easier. I think we're going to find that this is sitting now. Now, if I hadn't used Blender in this particular instance, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. Okay, so here it is. Now, everything looks screwed up completely. So something's wrong here. It didn't come in properly. So we're going to have to try to figure it out. But the thing is you'll find that because that everything is still separate. That happens. It happens a lot. It's like, it's just because Unreal has a very sophisticated texture engine, and you're going to have to go back and, but what's really nice is the water looks a little bit like water, and the window looks a little bit like a window. Okay, Now, what we don't have is, I think, what we don't have are the lights. Now, the lights, Blender just cut the lights out of our scene, just said, no, I'm not dealing with these lights. I'm not sending them over. So we didn't have lights. So if we want lights up here, we're going to have to create our own. But the thing is we're in, okay, we're going to save this. File, Control-Shift, save. Okay, we're going to go file, save as, save. Okay, we already have a new level, so we save all, which I just did. Control-Shift-A saves all. So these walls kind of look funky. they're cooler than they were in how we ended up with this. I no idea, but you know what? It's kind of cool. I might just leave it this way. But the thing is that let's so what we would need to do is now I'm thinking about a couple of people sitting in here, maybe kissing. And just to have kind of like, and now what we need to do is start working with this. Now, do I want a plant in the corner, a couple of plants or something? Do I want a little clinical desk kind of here or something, a towel rack on the wall? We can, and the thing is what's really easy, it's so much easier just taking and going into Blender like this, into Daz. Okay, now we're kind of done with this. Unfortunately, look how awesome this looks in Daz. See, so the thing is that we have to approach this kind. Okay, now the water. I don't think I put. What's nice is we can come. Now this is character creator. Now notice the water does have that swirl on the top. Okay, let's see. We're going to, this is character creator. We're going to go into scene. Where's the floor? Okay, modify, jacuzzi water. Well, that's, okay, let's see what the bump map looks like here. Floor, jacuzzi water. Yeah, see, that's the same bump map. Okay, so now I might have exported this out of Blender improperly because, like I said, they're kind of connected. Now let's see when we look in here. Now you see we've lost our floor texture altogether. Let's see what this looks like now when we're in here. This, where is our scene? iClone origin. Okay. So there's our side. Okay, see, it's okay. Now I'm understanding this. Now, what we have to do is detach this from the origin because we're going to probably want humans connected to the origin and have that origin all to themselves so I can move them around together and all and not have the scene move with it. So you detach that, you right click and detach that from your origin, the sci-fi waiting room. Now, if I want to edit things, I have to double click on this. And it takes us into this weird world. And if you notice now, these are our textures. Okay, this is the floor texture. We go into here. And so, and now we can come in and do a lot of things with this. There's our normal map for the floor. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, that's our normal map. Now remember I flipped the normal map. Okay, I didn't mean to close that. Oh, this is so strange. There's our live link. Okay, so the jacuzzi water, see, this is one that we would want to mess with. Now I could go down here and turn on the opacity and then go to the opacity multiplier. It looks like you can tile things separately here. Now we are dealing with the water base color tint. See, this is why we're in Unreal. We have a very like cryptic way of dealing with textures, like the most complex set of variables that we can deal with to hone each texture into perfection. And so it's a lot of work. But it puts at your fingertips the ability. Now, something we didn't do here. Okay, when I left iClone. Here's iClone. See this little gear here? So what we're going to do is go back into Unreal here. We're going to delete the sci-fi room. And then I'm going to go back here, and when I export, it says maximum size here, and it's at 256. We're going to go at 4K. Whatever textures we have, we want them at 4K. Subdivision mesh. We're not going to and delete hidden mesh, I guess. Don't delete hidden mesh. All right, so now we can close that. And when we export it again, the prop into Unreal, if those normal maps and those they're all 4K maps. And so we don't want, that's the first thing, is you really want to make sure that because I believe it did export the 4K maps out of Blender. I don't think it lowered the quality of the maps. That's why it's important to export as direct as you can from Daz. If you can go directly into into Character Creator, then it's really good to do it. Okay, so we still have that kind of mess here with this. Now, these are supposed to be metal. Okay, so, we go. See, this is what's really difficult is Now there might be a way to break all this apart. Okay, so we're going to go here. And again, we're going to break this away from, we're going to detach that from our origin. And edit. Okay, see, I can send this back to iClone, which is another interesting thing. For more specific editing. Okay, so I'm in this weird little world here, and compile. All right, what we're going to do is try and find add. Wonder if I can add Quixel. That Quixel. See, this is now starting to make me think that I'm going to try something now. I'm going to go into Daz. Floor, wall. Take the mirror, wall lights, and the door. And we get out of here. File, okay, export. What I'm going to try to do, okay, FBX, Sci-Fi Waiting Room 2. Okay, we're going to go not selected, okay. Collect textures. Okay, include lights. We'll do that. Okay, so we're going to say yes. Now I'm going to try, and instead I'm going to try to import this in to iClone. So we delete this out of here. File, import, desktop, FBX. This was the Sci-Fi 2. See, that crashed too. Okay, what if we try and import this directly into Unreal, And then we send it from Unreal. Okay, let's close this. See, this looks pretty nice, actually. So, okay, we go File, Import, into Level, Desktop. See, you have to find out with everything you do, whether if it's a figure, you have to find out the way to do that particular thing through all the myriad of ways to do it that works and gives you the best results. And everything is different. Some things are going to come right in with into Character Creator, and some things are just not. And you're going to have to work around. Okay, Sci-Fi Waiting Room 2. Okay, we're going to call this Content. Waiting room, okay, we want that, okay. All right, this all looks good, I guess. It's so weird that it came into here like so easily. Clear that. Now, it didn't actually. Oh, okay, so what we have to do is take all this stuff, all right, select it, then go into this details thing and center them. And see, no, it did not import it right. There's no glass. The walls don't even have mesh. So we have one other option, okay, which is probably not going to work. But see that you have to try every option. So I'm going to delete this out of our scene. Okay, that didn't work. Ceiling. Looks like there's little pieces left, but I guess not. So we're going to try one more. We have one more option. If not, we're just going to have to deal with... okay, so we're going to go this Sci-Fi Waiting Room. I'm going to take this out first. Put it back in. The whole thing, kind of. Now I'm wondering if... okay, the cameras, we don't need those. Sci-Fi Waiting Room. I don't think those textures were... Let's go to surfaces and just double check. I'm quite sure they were not 3Delight. Yeah, those are not 3Delight. Okay, so what we're going to do is select this. We're going to go delete our tone mapper, delete, and we're going to go File. Okay, we're going to select this and send to Unreal. Okay, first we're going to delete this out of our content. Sci-Fi Waiting Room. So we don't end up, oops. Delete. So we don't end up with files with the same names in the same project. Now we go back here and we go File, Send to Unreal. And we're going to try a different binary. I'm going to turn all this stuff off. And we're going to turn all these labels off. ID stuff, rotations. And the only thing we're going to include is props, except. Now it should be importing into, yeah. What happened? Okay, now we ended up with it in our content drawer. And this is all of that stuff. Kind of looks right. So we got to just drag all this stuff. Well, that sort of looks like that. Now we go back here. It looks big, so we got a little bit of a problem there. We got to bring this in. Why do we have two of them now? Delete that. Okay, we'll just undo that. Okay, we need a floor. We have a door. Amazing. The chair, we got the wall. Okay, we got the only thing we don't have is the floor. Okay, there's the floor. That's the ceiling. Okay. All right, so this is interesting. Okay, it would seem, and when we go in here, okay, so what's nice, okay, now we have something to work with, that we have something, a part of our scene that is working correctly, because look at the ceiling. The only thing off here, okay, the glass is ready to go. We lost our metal textures, but what's nice is everything is in the scene. It's not jammed up into this Blender package that we have to go and kind of like unbox. It's not jammed into a box. It's right in our scene, which means like I can now open Quixel, the Quixel bridge. It means everything that's in the scene, at least currently, so I can just take the floor part and try to bring that in some other way. And that's probably the part that was making the program crash. So, okay, it wants me to upgrade it here, and I can't, every time I go to upgrade it there, it doesn't work. Okay, so we're going to go back here. Just stop asking me, Quixel. Okay, we're going to look for surfaces. Okay, where is metal? Sand, soil, marble. Okay, rock, tile, metal. That's what we want. Gunmetal. We want something that's just one color. Hot blue steel. Now see what's cool about this is I can just take, well, when it doesn't jump me all around, okay, this. Oh, I have to download it, I guess. Let's take the brass, download that. I'm not going to use it in this scene, but it's nice to have brass. Okay, we have brass. That's cool. Let's try this hot metal here. Download that. Quixel is really, really, really cool. I have a feeling I'm going to end up buying stuff from them, though, because I want like a lot of stuff that they have, and I don't know if they even have made it yet. Okay, so why aren't you letting me add that? Okay, let's, I guess what you do is you go into these metals. Once you have the metal, you can go in and say, oh, I don't want gold. And all you have to do is tweak the color, and you've got gold, you've got silver instead of gold. So it's pretty much all you need is a bunch of these, and you've got. All right, let's try a different one. Download. Okay. Why aren't you downloading? There we go. Add. It's not working. That's probably because I didn't upgrade to Quixel. Quixel. All right, there we go. Oh, they want me to log in, and now I'm logged in. All right, hello. Make up my mind, Quixel. Quixel Bridge. Update via the launcher. Now it's not going to let me update Quixel. All right, let's update. Quixel. I'll search the vault. X. All right, install to engine. See, this is weird. You cannot install this. It's like you just told me to do this. So thank you. And that now, and every time I come in there, it nags me to do this. And I think I did it right. Cancel. All right. Now, let's go back to Quixel. Where is Quixel? There's Quixel Bridge. Okay, we have another window open here. That's the problem, this content browse. We do have this blue steel, okay. Mega assets, surfaces. Okay, then we go back to Quixel. I wanted this gold. Add. Add. All right. That's the brass, I guess. That is, I guess we have it already, maybe. All right, let's, I guess that's about all I need here. I like this. I kind of wish it wasn't like gunmetal. Sign in. Apparently I'm signed in. Okay, medium quality. I didn't want medium quality. Download. This one. Add. There it is. Steel. Okay, that's what we want, I think. So let's close Quixel, and now this is in our thing. We drop that on there. And Unreal crashed. Well, maybe this is the time to install it. Cancel. Send and restart. Okay, let's close down. I don't think I saved it, so I'm going to have to re-import. Okay, so this is a new, interesting kind of thing. Because skip restore. I'll just do it again. Okay, we're back in Unreal. File, open level, sci-fi waiting room. Okay, we're going to delete this. And then we're going to go back in here to Daz. We might as well just not even import the floor, because it's not going to work anyway. All right, so we go now File, Send to Unreal, Bake Subdivisions. Okay. Generate normal maps. Let's try that. Accept. We're going to try this 2020 binary. And we're not going to have figures. Selected only. We don't want that. Subdivision. Include face groups. All right, I think we want to embed textures. Okay. I don't think I want to embed anything. Merge. I don't want to merge. Collect textures. All right. Accept. All right, now we should see it popping here into Unreal. Okay, we're going to have everything here except the floor, because I got rid of the floor. I think they're all selected. Okay, so it's all selected now. We go here and send it to the 0. We go inside, save this level, save all this. Okay, now we won't have to do that again. Now let's open Quixel again. I know you want me to update it. An update to the bridge plugin is available. If you're working from source or pre-force stream, update your fork of the bridge plugin source code to get the latest update. Like, that is all completely like mumbling to me. I have no idea what the fork is, any of this is. Figure it out so it's like when you open it up, it updates. It just say, would you like to update it? Yeah, boom, done. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. But okay, I didn't need the Quixel bridge. I just need to go into my drawer and find those materials that I just downloaded, which are where? RL content? No. Megascans. Surfaces. Okay, brass. Steel. Well, it'd be nice if we had a picture of this. Okay, we open this. You know, this looks like it is already steel. But this is supposed to be black. Now, if I select the wall, okay. All right, we're going to save this again. So select this wall shape. We go down in here. Now these are all of the textures here. This is the wall part. So we go here, down in here to normal map. Scalar, global scalar parameters. Okay, I think I've got to double click on this to scale this. Now I can't even see my scene, but advanced. Brightness, saturation. See, there's a lot of really cool Is this where am I saying? But what I don't see is advanced here. Downscale. What is the size of, like, what's the size of this? 800 by 800. So if we close this, what if I open up Daz and I go in and take this wall, take this texture, wall, browse. There's our wall panel right there. Go to here. No, go to here. See, it won't let me do the same thing. It won't just let me drop it there. I have to go here and find this link to this. All right. Go back here, go back here. Copy this right here. Then go here. See the little edges? They're not very sharp. So I go into here. See, I believe I actually have to import this texture into the content thing. Then I can use it. So, which is kind of sucks. I can't just drop it in and it'll throw it in the content, in the same, maybe the same folder with this one, but a different size. You know, it's like, okay, but it's not that easy. I've been working at this for too long. Okay, close this. This sucks. All right, so we can go here. See, browse to all window glass. Okay. All right, content drawer. Okay, we're going to create a new folder. Okay, maybe we can make this easy. So we go here to surfaces, We're going to go new folder. Sci-fi sci-fi waiting room surfaces. All right, so we're going to go now here, back to Daz. I'm going to select all of these. No, it's only going to let me select one at a time. I have to open it in a Windows Explorer thing. Okay. Then we go copy. We can drag them down into here, I guess. That's what it's saying. Minimize this. Hello. It was nice of it to just like close all of a sudden. No, you have to find. Okay. Find them. Now let's see what size this is. If it's 800, then it's like, well, I guess no, this is, so this is 1,000. This one is, no, that's 800 by 800. So these are the actual size of the, nothing resized them and brought them down in size. So hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So we are trying to figure the heads and tails out of this. So I'm going to go to this wall here. That's the glass, which the glass is working for some strange reason. Wall trim. Okay, this trim here. See, this is what I'm used to being able to do, is just drag a surface brass. That's not brass, okay. That's not brass. And neither is that. Okay, now we have our color. Oh, something worked. Okay, I didn't want that to be brass, but okay, I think that we wanted the, all right, rotten wood, okay, let's see, curated facade. Okay, I think what I can do, though, is it's a metal, you know, so what we can do is now come here to this brass. Where is it? Okay, select that. Okay, here it is. Double click. And now we can change like this color, maybe. This color. Oh, they're going to make it like really hard just to change the color. You'd think it was just like a color wheel. Here's a color wheel. Just change it. Change it right here. Tiling offset. Okay, this is our tile. That's the offset. What about, okay, tiling. This is our X, Y. Okay, there's our tiling. So we found tiling. That's under global. Metallic, okay. Okay, this is how you do this somewhere in here. This, I would think this gold, but then I can't, I no longer can see. How do I get both of these up beside each other? Okay. Maybe this is it. Red, green, blue. Well, that's like you get 3 colors to, and if you don't like them, tough. And when you go to undo, it doesn't work. Oh, and when you come back, it's messed up. Okay, I had a friend here, somebody here for a little while. They left me. Okay. Look, somewhere in here, there's a way to change the color. Chroma key. I should know what chroma key means, but I don't. Okay, it's probably like down here below. That's being hidden by the Windows taskbar that doesn't work right. Okay. So I thought this is going to be so easy to just come in and just change the goal to. Oh, all right. Well, that's it. It is kind of easy once you figure it out, I guess. I think this is going to turn it to green, but okay, let's see. Nope. Metallic controls. You want purple? Turn it to purple. It doesn't work. They give you the color wheel here. It's like every kind of color possible way of choosing a color for the part that doesn't work. Okay. Global tiling offset. And it's probably not even dealing with, is probably tiling or something. So whatever it was, it didn't change the color. It changed a bunch of colors in here that specular. Okay. The normal map. Okay. The normal color. I think I've got to change this surface material to a color. It's looking at every single thing in my content list. Instead of giving me options that like, well, you could use this. Or, all right, material. Let's change this. Oh, okay. Then it takes me to a place with nothing here. Just again, it would be nice if you took me to a library of things to pick. Some basic stuff. I think that this one sometimes does. Okay, physical material. Again, these are all things from physical material. Where does it want? Where that's where it wants me to save it. Okay, physical material. I don't think I want a physical material. I want a color. I just want to change the color. Let's see. And I can't figure out how to move this over here. Okay. Well, you zoom in. This is the albedo. These are those things that I tried to mess with before and they didn't really work. Yeah, see, now how did I end up with a tiled? This is supposedly my color. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, and what's happened is now I've lost that color that I put into here. That was gold for a while. So let's try this again. We'll go back to the content. I don't want the gold. The steel was I was thinking. Okay, so I think I have to like select, like almost go to, and it downloads them. I think that's because they got downloaded and then they got lost. Okay, see now that is a color I can just go with. Control Shift Save. And we can put that same color on our chairs. That was one chair. Or did that put it on both of them? It's hard to tell. I think it put it on it. I think it's on them both now. Okay, and those were the only colors that I really had a problem with. Now this is a mirror, I believe. The mirror wall. We'll leave it. I don't know that I'm going to have that actually in the scene when I do this. Now, so what? Everything here looks kind of okay. Now the wall, let's Control Save All. This is the color that we have a problem with here. And now this global roughness, global parameter values. This one isn't allowing me to do the, maybe it was here. Details, here it is. And power of 2-node advanced XY tiling method wrap. Advanced. Okay, so I'm not seeing this in here either. This is what learning something very complicated is like. Okay, it's as you go through this, it's like, and look at all of these things. The next time you come back, you've already been here, you know, and it's I've been here a few times, and it's still just as daunting. But what's nice is that I don't have to deal with this on a node level, that it's giving me the ability to kind of add roughness, add these things, and they're going to add nodes in with it where I don't have to actually go and work on that deep node level. Okay. But what I'm not seeing is the ability to, okay, now I went to the base material, and this doesn't look like that material at all. It's just suddenly it's a completely different material. This is I would think this would be the base material. And I don't see anywhere, you know, I just want to tile it, and I can't seem to find tiling anywhere. And I know it's probably, So that's the window glass. Okay, this is our wall texture and the wall trim. Oh, that's the trim at the bottom. Okay, we're going to leave that. I think that trim looks good. What I'm going to try to do now is bring the water in a different way. See, because this, we have a door now and we have our normal maps. These things kind of came in better than they did before. So we're going to Control-Shift-Save. So what we do now is we go back to Daz. We delete all this out. We put this back in fresh. No, not that way. This way. Into the scene. We delete the cameras. And try again. And all we need is the floor, so we're going to unparent the floor and delete this. And now we're going to try, we're going to bring the floor in a different way. Maybe I'll just try to export it as an FBX. No. Now, if I try to just bring this in, I think that's what I'm going to have to do is try to export it as an FBX. So there's some way here. We could send it to Blender, then we're back to that thing where it's all been compressed into some thing that's hard to deal with. Or we could send it to Bryce. We're going to save it as an FBX. Where is it? Save as export. And we're going to export this as an FBX, so we're going to call it Sci-Fi Floor. Sci-Fi Floor. All right. See this merge followers into target? I think that's something that I don't want to do. I don't want to merge anything that I can edit later. So include props, include lights, cameras. We don't have lights on the floor. Oh, we do have lights in here. Include lights. Is okay. All right. Now let's try to import it. Just first, see what comes in. Import. And we're going to go to desktop FBX. That was Sci-Fi Floor. And we're going to put that into wow. I was sure I had some kind of sci-fi thing. Daz to Unreal. There it is. So we'll go this, a new folder. Sci-fi floor. I guess. Okay, import. Okay, did that come into the scene? We can close this. No smoothing group. Okay, make sure it enables smoothing groups. It will be omitted, the floor shape. Okay, couldn't find the floor shape, so it will be omitted. So I don't think that worked. So, but what we can try to do, okay, we're going to right click, delete that, delete this, delete. What we'll do is try to open. Now we're going to try a different approach here. Open this floor in Character Creator. If it doesn't work, we go into Blender. And Diffeomorphic into Blender is the best way to go into Blender with a scene. It usually always works, but then you've got stuff that just doesn't work right. And exporting out of Blender is almost as complicated as trying to figure out the textures in Unreal. So it's already complicated enough trying to export out of Daz. Okay, so we're here, File, Import. Now we're going to find out that that floor was the problem all along. Import. And so Blender will be able to handle this floor. Sci-fi floor. Sci-fi floor. Prop. Now this is going to crash this program. If it doesn't, it's because we've just got one thing. No, see, it crashed. Okay, so the only way to bring this floor into here is through Blender. See, so your scenes, this is what I set out to teach about in this video, is that your scenes are going to have to come out of Daz like a spider, like an octopus in different ways. Everything, your characters are definitely going to be coming in through Character Creator. And sometimes things you can do better by just importing them directly in from FBX right into like we did. We just opened it right up, and here was the scene, most of the scene except for the floor. Okay, so there was a problem with it. And the thing is I believe, could you close down? Thank you. I believe that all right, so we're going to go to Daz. We're going to take this floor. We're going to save scene as, save scene. And we're going to call it sci-fi waiting room floor .duff. So now we're saving a Daz file. .duff. Accept. Now we're going to go here to favorites, most used, export to Blender, and make this DBZ file. Now we can open Blender. Blender will import this floor. What's interesting is that we will have these textures on the other parts that because they imported properly. So if there's something the floor needs that the which the floor does have a different tiling texture though. So, but if there's something the floor needs, we might be able to use them. Okay, so Daz importer, import. Okay, sci-fi, we're going to, what was that, the desktop? FBX. God, these files get bigger and bigger. Where did I save that? Daz, file, save as, scene. Okay, Blender projects. Okay, it's not that. So it's here. And wait a moment. Blender projects. Okay, and we're going to open up sci-fi waiting room floor. There it is. Just came right straight in. Okay, it says light settings are insufficient to render. It's directly okay. So this is one of our problems here, but okay, so we have the floor. We're going to get rid of the camera, get rid of the light. We're just going to export this now. File. Now we can save it again. Sci-fi. Export. FBX. Now, you know, plugin. Blender to Unreal plugin. New Blender add-ons. For more videos on how to send to Unreal add-on works, check out our YouTube playlist for the topic. This is our UE to Rigify feature. Okay, we don't want to do that right now. To download our free add-ons, log into your Epic Games account and connect it with your GitHub account. Then access the add-ons and documentations here. Note, you will need Unreal Engine 4 or newer to get the tools to work. Okay, these are videos. Part 1 live. I'm not going to do that right now. We're going to go to GitHub. Sign in. Okay. So this is what we need, is we need this bridge. Log into your Epic Games account and connect it to your GitHub account. Okay. I think this is going to do it for this video, because I'm thinking that it might require a little bit more work here on my part, and I'm going to try and, because I think I've got to like go into my settings and dashboard. Yeah, I have to. Okay. And then it says, with your account dashboard, select connections tab from the sidebar. Full screen. We'll go back here. And I'm sorry about the black screen or okay, docs, Blender tools. I've already been to this. I found this page already, but GitHub. All right. How to install docs, merged, update, script, send, bug fixed with collisions, test, update, release scripts. Okay, see, this would be really nice because Blender does just about accepts everything from Diffeomorphic. Diffeomorphic just really does a good job of taking Daz stuff, even Daz figures, and bringing them right in. But the thing is I want to bring my Daz figures in and convert them to character creator figures. I don't, because of the animation abilities and all of that. So the Daz, so again, this octopus thing, the Daz figures going into character creator, then coming through the bridge over to iClone, and then going from iClone into Unreal. The scenes going into Blender, possibly being able to fix. Blender is probably a really good place to fix textures also, even though I am horrible at it at Blender. So, but it's probably a good place to do that. So we're not gonna worry too much about that. So we just have to learn. It's a massive amount of learning. Go to File. Okay, let's look at this. Go to File. Blender Tools. README. Updated View Press. Ignore long lines that violate Prep 8. Too many right now. README Blender Tools. Send to Unreal. Look, repository of Blender Tools. Download add-on. This is it. Hello. Send to disk. Added collections as folder support for send to disk. Fixed validation. Okay, so this is probably it. Oh my God. I hope I don't have to see that ever again. Whatever that was, it was scary. All right, now this, I'm not seeing like just all I want is the link to download it. Okay, that's not it. Okay, code. Okay. Let's go back. It says download add-on, and then there's another whole page with a whole bunch of stuff and no add-on. Read docs. Let's try this. One-click solution. Export. Okay. Well, this would be really nice. Now I don't really want to export my figures to, but that's it's the scenes that I'm looking forward to. Our tool can provide one-click solution for these assets is because it can automatically infer the correct Unreal asset type based on just contents of a single export collection. That with giving the user the ability to customize and share settings, templates allow assets and scenes to be completely configured ahead of time. Well, you see, that's, yeah, so that once they're in Unreal, they're set to go. That would be nice. Opened by an artist, one click, they can have their assets in Unreal. Okay, our goal, see, now this is all wonderful. Where is the program? That's what I want, is the program. Not another help file, please. Okay, so README. We go down here. Download add-on. Okay. UE to Rigify. Okay, that's kind of important. Okay. Never miss a new. Do this. At the top right of this page, select Watch. All right. Okay. At the top of this page, select Watch. I don't know why none of this. New repository. New. Okay. Select issues. Pull requests. Add file. Create new file. Upload. At the top of this page, select Watch. Issues. Pull requests. Projects. I must be like the dumbest person in the world. Watch. Because, you know, you think, all right, I'm at the top of the page. And I don't see anything that says watch. Watch. Help rigify. What about this? I kind of knew that was going to happen. Never miss a release. Do this. Watch. Now you see, it would be nice if that link, if I could just click on that. At the top right of this page, oh, that's even more specific. Select Custom from the drop-downs, click Releases, and click Apply. Top. Watch. Content Center. Now somewhere here. Okay, so I didn't find Watch. Well, you know, I can't imagine why somebody would take all that time to write out those. You know, it's like I'm looking at, it's the top right of the page. Okay, well, let's try add, you know, add a new repository. There's no watch there. Issues, pull requests. Okay, let's go here. Set status. There's nothing here that says watch. Nothing. Set status. It's like, if I set my status right now, it'd be like, Yeah, that would be about it. Add file. No. Top right of this page is like, can I go over more? Or is like, of which page? This little page, maybe this thing. Watch. No, read me. And that's to history, add, permalink, add file. And then this says download add-on. And it takes me to this minor changes. Okay. Send to Unreal is 4.32 latest. 4.33. Oh, look what we found. Okay, now I think I know how to do this. You download this source code.zip. We're going to do this on the desktop. I think I know how to do this. So we go there. We go Edit, Preferences. And then we go to Add-ons, Install. We take it to the desktop. And we tell it where Blender, modules installed. Oh my God. So now we have to watch the videos to find out how to use this. All right, so, but let's go now, Blender, Unreal, let's type this in. Daz to Blender. We already have that. We'll leave that there. Okay. I didn't realize I could have them both at the same time. Just another way in. Okay, refresh. Okay, I think we have to close this down and open it back up. Now we go into Edit, Preferences, Search. I don't see it in there. Daz to Blend, export. Export FBX. Export. Export Autodesk. What's this go? Let's go back here. We have, okay. We're going to save this as well to the desktop just in case, so I don't have to find this again. It's called, this is called Blender Tools, but this one is called Send to You. Maybe that's what it's called in Blender. It's send to you. No. That would have been too easy. Maybe it doesn't. Okay, file, file, export to FBX. See, I don't see another send to thing here. Tool view. All right, let's go back here. And there's this Blender to Unreal Tools, Part 1. Why don't I hear anything here?
And
watch these, okay, you guys.
Yeah,
It's called Blender to Unreal Tools Part 3.
Cool. So
follow this.
I'm just going to do a
install
quick demo of sending this cube over,
the
and then I'll
thing,
kind of explain what's going on.
I'll be doing a video
after
on this
that.
soon.
You can see
So thank you
here
for
I have
watching.
Blender on the
Take
left.
care.
We have Unreal on.
This is Rex Red saying so long, and I will be back again with more Daz to Unreal stuff. And I did get some kind of stuff covered here, and so there's some pretty good stuff. How to drag and drop textures into your Content Creator. It's a nice, easy place to do a lot of the work before it gets into Unreal. Because once it's in Unreal, you're going to start pulling your hair out. So, all right. That's going to do it for me. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Again, please like and subscribe. Click the bell, that little bell right beside the subscribe button, and set it for all notifications. And then you can come in here and be part of this awesome stuff, especially if you're a somebody who really knows Blender and really knows Unreal really well. You're the kind of people I need in here, so that when I'm working on stuff, you can say, oh, you can do that this way, and you can do this that way, and we all learn together. All right, so, all right, take care. I will see you again in the next EZ3DTV video. All right, Rex Red saying so long.